Mm. Hey there, my little Kuroshiki. What are you doing up this late? Bad dreams again? Won't mom help you fall asleep? Ah, I see. She's having one of her faces. Uh, well, in that case, please close the door and jump up here with me then. Oh, and don't forget to bring your little wolf plushie as well. You're just so adorable when you're carrying it around with you. Snuggle your butt over here, will you? I want you to be comfy, and also to steal some of your warmth. There we are. So, mind telling me what your nightmare was about, my little Kuroshiki? I see. Come here, I got you. Since I got you so close, let me stroke that nice silky hair of yours. You like that, don't you, my thing? Uh, Sorry about mom. She gets that way sometimes trying to take care of us. It is hard work after all. Especially when you get your sumis and go bouncing over the walls. Not to mention balancing all her responsibilities with work. Well, it's just not the easiest thing to do in the world. Well, one day soon, I'll serve. I'll make enough money for your education and for a house, just for the two of us. And any crushes you may bring back. What? You have no crushes? Uh, well, I'll have you know, not all boys have cooties. Oh, don't say that. One day soon, you'll be chasing after all those good looking boys. Yeah, I'll be gone for some time. But you're big and strong and will only get tougher as you age. And don't worry anyways, my little Kuroshiki. I'll have enough time now and again to come back home and tease ya. Yeah, serving can be dangerous, but I'm not the one you should be looking out for, thing. I can handle myself. And besides, I've been the one who watches over you when and where I can, and not the other way around. You don't make it easy, I'll give you that. Why don't jump back into bed? It's pretty late already. Hmm. You do drive a hard bargain. Stay here, will you? While I grab the book. Hey, move your butt over, you have a lump. That's my warm spot. Snuggle closer, have a lump, and I'll start reading. There once was a little wolf who patrolled a windswept cape of sand and stones. The forest on the cape was sparse, with small trees, just like the little wolf. Each night, the little wolf would stack among the trees for prey to snack on, whether that be fussy squirrels or agile deer. The little wolf would share her meal with her best friend, Raven, who would in turn help the little wolf find more food. After the little wolf's belly was full of tasty meat, she would go to her den and sleep the day away, fat and content, till the next night with Raven by her side. They would do this in the bitter cold or the hot summer days, but never in the rain, for the little wolf didn't like getting wet. One day, the little wolf and Raven went out hunting for a tasty meal to warm their empty bellies, when they came across a deer, already eaten and down to the bone. This was unusual for the little wolf, for she was the only predator in this land. The little wolf told her best friend, Raven, to scout the area and see what was afoot. Sometime later, Raven came back and said there was a great furred beast to the west. The little wolf ran as fast as her legs could carry her, till she caught up with the great furred beast, which was turned away from her. She let out a howl. Awoo! The furred beast turned around and stood on its hind legs, towering over the little wolf and letting out a mighty roar. The little wolf, frightened by the big bear, tucked her tail between her legs and ran away back to her den. Raven sought after the little wolf and found her deep in her den, curled up. Raven pleaded and argued with the little wolf to get her out for days and days. Please get up, little wolf. But the little wolf would not until the third night. Finally, with an aching belly, the little wolf got out of her den and went to the stream. Lapping up the cold water, she saw an old, large, moss-covered tortoise sitting across the way. A fine meal. She dropped into a prowl and got ready to spring at the tortoise. Then she sprang. The tortoise didn't even budge. The little wolf barked at the tortoise, but like before, it didn't budge. Fed up, she pawed at the tortoise, which snapped back at her. Surprised, the little wolf jumped back into the water with a splash. The little wolf wasn't too happy. The little wolf, dripping wet, snarled in rage, and with a swift bite, grabbed the tortoise and threw it into the river with a satisfying splash. With conviction in her heart, the little wolf set out to find the big, bad bear. She looked by her den, but there was no bear. She prowled the beaches, but no bear came from the sea. The little wolf spent nights with her friend Raven to search for the big, bad bear. Until one night, on top of the largest hill, Raven spotted the big, bad bear. The little wolf huffed and puffed, making her way up the hill. Until at the peak, she was face to face with the big, bad bear. The little wolf let out a low growl and had her for an aunt. The big, bad bear reared up on its hind legs, towering over the little wolf, and let out a mighty roar. But the little brave wolf stood her ground and let out a deafening howl. The bear, frightened by the little brave wolf's tremendous howl, turned tail and ran off into the night, far away from the little brave wolf's territory. Now the little brave wolf prowls her territory, unafraid of any dangers that lurk in the shadows. Alright, my brave little wolf, it's getting late. So snuggle up under the blankets and go to sleep. After all, you got school tomorrow. Yeah, I'll protect you against all the nightmares. Yes, that's a promise, my brave little wolf. Now get cozy and hold that little wolf of yours tight, for tomorrow's light will come and keep the darkness at bay. Good night, my brave little wolf.